this last BO3 that we have, the qualifying match for Berlin.
We'll see if that's the case. That's a great start for Sentinels already, as Zelsis draws first blood.
And the last time Cloud9 ran this type of composition on this map, it was actually Moose on the Killjoy. Everything else is the same.
He has historically seemed more comfortable on the Cypher, so yeah, I suppose that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, Cypher's been getting more and more popular on a map like this. Gives you so much info across the board. We saw Thief have a great defensive side with the setups that he had in that last series against Sen. Maybe that's why the change was made on the fly.
Thief really did have an exceptional series.
Yeah. So far from Cloud9, they're working the map really well right now. The tap of the door baited a lot of rotations from the side of Sen.
But the thing is, they didn't leave.
Yeah, they're reading too far into this.
Yeah, if there's been enough time where you would expect them to have started to rotate away at this point, but they've all stayed. And so Cloud9 are going to be pulling right back into the teeth of this defense.
Yeah, sometimes you just overcook on some of these pistol rounds. That smoke's going to make it very obvious, and there's 5 members of Sentinels here and ready.
They've realized Zekin is here. You've got the paranoia coming out as well as Redux is looking to push the matter just a bit. With the flash on the outside, Curry's able to get another kill. Redux joining in on him as Vic and Zeba are the 2 that remain. A sliver of HP amongst both of them with 13 seconds left. Time is of the essence, and it will not matter.
And worse for wear against these classics. Gotta be careful.
Zelsis in a tough spot here. Ooh, a little messy, but of course Zekin is here to save the day.
With the no-scope, nonetheless.
He's gonna have a shot at another one, and he will connect. 3 kills. I don't think he's used a scope on any of them.
No. It's been a long time since I've seen somebody pick up the Marshall in a round like this, and he gets the ace with the Roomba! The orb should be going up very soon. There it is.
They're gonna run into this. You've got the paranoia out there, 2 seconds left. Wingman may have found safe passage, but Redux isn't concerned, I don't think. He's gonna get a couple of kills here, but they're traded right back. It's Vic who's left alone at 1v2. John QT and Curry have arrived at the scene. All of the pressure on the Clove, the jump peek, that was messy, but it worked.
Yeah, the members of Cloud9 breaking that fade eye made it obvious. And another punish. Oxy this time onto Zekin. That showstopper is not going to be able to be used.
Dropping the Thrash as well just to secure the round. Or at least increase the possibility and the probability of it. With Spike in hand, they've made their way out onto C. No flank to worry about. Nothing of the sort. All eyes forward. Smoke was down, a kill goes the way of John. And another one in the way of Curry. This is a 5v3, or at least it was. If they're able to convert this, this is massive. And they're getting ever closer. Vic and Moose trying to avoid disaster. And they might just do that. What in the world can John do here? 58 HP, position given away, spotted by the cam. No real idea of where the remaining 2 members are. And that's a round for Cloud9. The space. Now spotted, John QT dodging. Lethality, and now it's it's Zekin's turn, traded 1 for 1. Both raise the sideline for the rest of the round. The spike has been ticking for a little while too here, and they've lost contain of Waterfall. He was up a little bit too far. They've got the Rolling Thunder now.
Time.
Mitch with the finger on the trigger. Now Poppy Gonzalez is sent straight up into the sky as Zeppa brings him down. A 1v2, and you're right, time seems to be the difference maker this round.
Great, the pit.
There's the Thrash. A little bit of different order, but Zelsis is tagged. They know where he is now. Still getting a kill. Vic's gonna pop his ult. Zelsis is now dead.
I know exactly where.
What an execute from Cloud9. There's the power of the Clove, but now he has to run all the way up if he wants to stay alive. He's gonna drop. But it was enough space to gather into that Viper's pit and take the site.
Well, it's not given a second lease at life, as Oxy isn't either.
Yeah, he was so far ahead of the team.
I think, though, it's because of where Vic died. There's still the ability to apply some pressure with smokes and help kind of cover things. You already see one dropping down towards Waterfall. Zeppa popping his Thrash for a second time, and for a second time finding a target. This is still winnable, though. A 2v2, a little bit of damage dealt as Mitch feels the space running away. A 3K for Zekin, still one to be found. Moose waiting on the other side, and again, I don't know that Zekin can find a way in with 4 HP. So Sentinels gamble towards C, and unfortunately, they've swung for broke.
Zeppa on an island, he only gets 1. Will be an upgrade for John.
What can they do with it? Still has light armor. Second does as well. With the spike planted, this is tough.
Yeah, that camera getting info on multiple members on the flank. A lot rides on Moose right now in this up-close spot.
Oh, I didn't think that was gonna hit him. Oh, he's gone behind him! But Zekin provides cover and provides safety. Mitch having to push forward, gets ahead of the fall line, gets two by himself. Vic again left alone. What a retake attempt. That was...
John, let's see if all his patience is gonna bear fruit.
I mean, you've got Curry who's posted up on the other side. There's the fruit that's been reaped. The harvest is plentiful. Oxy will fall as well.
Oh, what a
And
time.
Zekin's position here is gorgeous as the wall goes down. 2 kills are found.
Wonderful.
Moose trying to drop a couple of pot shots and perhaps find his way into a kill, but all he's done is give his position away. Oh, well, okay, hang on.
Moose can be so good at 1v1s.
Yeah.
It's definitely a big reason why he's part of this Cloud.
They're gonna drop more than just that. There's the third ult coming through. Redux is dead. The lockdown responding in kind by Zelsis. And Oxy's dead. A little bit of a 1-for-1 as they commit to getting it down, but you don't... It got destroyed, okay.
That breach blast paired with the nade that Oxy threw before he went down, it was enough to get rid of that lockdown.
This is so tough because now they can lean on this Thrash for the post plant. Zekin pops his ult, but is there any way to go? Is there any way through? They've given up all of this space. It's actually Curry who falls, and now the Thrash. Remember, this was the objective at the beginning of the round. This push and pull of space that's been given up by both of these teams is now settling in to spam over the mound. Zekin getting 2. Time is so short. I don't know that he can find a way in on this. A massive round from Zeppa. John QT with the fatal. We're not going to see Mitch's. Things should slow down here a little bit.
Yeah, and Curry making a lot of noise here, but it's Zelsis to bail him out on the wide swing of Vic.
They've got to be careful here because Zelsis has a lot of contain. If the timing is right, he can have a feast on this.
This is so much info that he just gathered. Just by himself, inching out on that peak. Not only does he get back in turret range to not have to worry about front B lurk, but he cleared out most of that rubble area, and now he's just gonna slip back into B site. So right now, Sentinels have a good read on the round. Redux, he should be getting ready to use that paranoia, dial in on his crosshair.
And again, there are no smokes for Cloud9 to play with here. Not only is Vic dead, but he died out towards A.
Yeah.
So if they do try to end B or C, that's what they're gonna have to deal with. They don't have Vic's ability. Doesn't matter how many fake smokes he throws up, they're not gonna bite because they see everything that's happening on C. It might not matter. They might just, again, brute force their way through this.
Insane. We're in a 2v2 after what looked like an unlosable round for Sentinels.
15 seconds left. They clear back site. They clear spawn. And now commit to the spike. Moose and Zeppa in the face of Zelsis and John QT. They're trying to retake the site. They're trying to retake the space. And they both go the way of Sentinels.
Some spam on the Zeppa, bringing him down to 36 HP. He might want to swap his rifle to somebody else. And of course, the one guy that didn't have full armor
Unlucky.
gets taken out by the Outlaw. Everybody else buying Stinger full armor on purpose, reading into it. Whoa!
That timing is gorgeous. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. John with 3. You're still sitting on a 20-8 performance from Zekin so far.
Wow! The lineup for Zelsis!
With the turret getting a little bit of help here. Not able to convert on the third, but the damage has been done.
Yeah, Oxy's sitting at 50 health. These classic right clicks can be decimating to somebody that's low like that.
Mitch is gonna try to find a little bit of space.
Yeah, but look at the flip from Sen, taking all of heaven and stairs.
This is a really nice protocol. I love how they're playing around this.
Oh.
Gotta be careful. Zekin's close by, and I don't think they know his position. Look at he's tucked in the tiniest of corners. And again, they have no real idea. So a little bit of space will be found, yes. But at what cost? An nade should stop Wingman. Rest in peace. That's a big ding. Mitch left alone, he will fall. Zekin gets 2 more. This is a bonus with 4 rifles, and And that's already a kill found. An explosive start.
From both sides, Oxy tried his best to even the score, but the spacing of Sen on that swing on A.
What's tough too is Redux was just able to upgrade to a Vandal.
Redux has been so good.
Moose will be here first.
I found my wire.
He's got some spam set up. Doesn't pull the trigger yet though. Patient with it, tucked in the smoke, and now gun barrel's pointed his way. But Second doesn't spot him. The paranoia is gonna push him off the angle as Redux fills in on the space behind him. Vic is gonna be pinching in, leaving Zelsis all by himself.
Found them. Bomb grenade out.
He's gonna pop a couple of mollies, try to buy some time to rotate all the way around.
He's gotta start shifting now. They're gonna hear him. Oh,
You gotta hurry.
may have been perfect timing. I think they...
I don't know.
Yeah, they heard the step. They heard the step. Yeah,
Moose
look at
is
Moose
looking,
right now.
Vic
He's
is
dialed.
too. Not able to snap onto it, so Vic's gonna get the defuse. No,
Rotate from C9. There's 4 members here ready to fight.
I don't know that it's an over-rotate because all of Sentinels are here as well. Meanwhile, the 1v1 happens on the other side of the map. It goes the way of Zelsis, but Cloud9 seem to be holding the line. Unless Redux can do a lot. He's got behind him. He's gotten 2 kills, but the spike now sitting in no man's land.
No peeking.
Zelsis with so much to do,
And so little HP.
but plenty of time. Again, a miserable spot for him to be in. He's guessing. There's no way to confirm where Vic might be.
I got the spike.
Grabs
He's out
the
of there.
spike and gets away.
Yoink is mine now.
40 seconds left. He has a couple of ways he can play this. He can fully commit to planing B, or he can rotate all the way back, which seems to be what he's doing. Drop utility along the way, and then try to set up for C.
30 seconds
What a
left.
smart player. You
he's
just
gonna have
can't
ult.
teach that.
He's gonna have ult. Does he invest it here? He knows where he's coming. The pathing is there. Does he pop the ult? Yes, he does. That's gonna buy some time, but he stays in.
Bomb grenade out.
First molly popped. Vic, no idea where he is, but he dropped the lockdown. And now the real game is afoot. He still hasn't been spotted. Zelsis has concealed his position perfectly this entire time, but can he get the kill? As the spike ticks away, 30 HP left, and Vic gets the best of him. Around the way of Cloud9. And then there's 1 away, 1 point away for Vic.
Oh,
And he's got it now. That's Second dead.
swatted out of the sky.
Paranoia will buy some time, but he's not quick enough to get the swing. It might not matter, though. As Zelsis and Redux, brothers in arms, just push forward.
And they need to be careful here. They need to be wary. The power of Cypher is you don't have to play around the utility. You can just post it up. You could cheat over towards that A site if you really want to.
I mean, and even just like the passive info that you're getting from the fact that your utility hasn't been hit yet.
Sometimes it can be used against you, though.
Sure.
If Sen walk all the way up and pop right on top of the trip, there could be no time for Cloud9 to react and get a rotation. That tap of the door is keeping 3 members here.
And again,
Zelsis is so good.
And it's because the utility of Moose has not been tapped. It hasn't been affected. So there's reason to think that there's a lean towards A. But the Haunt is out, the trip has now been hit, and now they realize,
It's too late.
30 seconds left.
with only 1 done, and now they have to be super careful. They have a lot of the map they have to play around, but Sentinels may be overthinking this. If they try to end back B, they're gonna hit the other trip.
Oh, no.
And now they're gonna know.
They're going back C again.
Yeah.
The spike could have been planted 10 seconds ago.
The classic quadruple pump fake.
Moose, he wins the 1v1 on Curry now, and Zelsis drops the overcook.
Oxy and Vic both have their ults. And they're both brawly. They both want to fight. There's the ult invested. Somehow doesn't hit Junk UT. And now Vic with 3 on the round. Leaving it all onto Redux. Can he settle the shots? Gonna have to get through 3. Can't connect on any of them. That's another round the way of Cloud9.
And a huge... Oh, look at this, Redux is getting bombed.
Bomb, gooped, takes damage, and then dies.
Runs through his own Viper wall, very ambitious.
Must be nice to get to play the game, huh?
Oh, my
Oxy and
goodness.
Zeppa mowing down 2. But somehow, I mean, they stay away just long enough. And as the dust settles, Zelsis is left in a 1v3 with 21 HP.
And that clove smoke that you saw from Vic. Usually that's something you see attacking sides
Yeah.
do, to block off all the different angles. It's just been just punished time and time again. Wow, the up down this time.
Yeah, that's a tough high-low, man.
Jeez. Mitch, he's playing with fire here. Oh, Curry wants a little bit of that heat.
But the thing is, they haven't been burned for the last 6 rounds, so why not?
I must wait a
I
moment.
mean, it seems like Cloud9 are poised to be on map point here.
Yeah, that trip is still up. Where is it? Oh, it's on the top.
Yeah, for the
Oh,
satchels.
no.
They've tucked behind it. Now Curry waiting with Pit out. This is a do or die. The map is essentially decided here. Sentinels have invested almost everything they have into this. They still have John's ult. He's playing up really far though. He's got to be careful. He's been caught. That's Curry down. The Pit will go with him. It's all a 1-for-1, and Vic gets 4 on the round.
And the trip is still up. It's still there, so it's just free info for Cloud9. Moose is able to swing out and spam the door through the smokes in main.
That's not John dead, and they still have their 2 ults. This looks like Raps, Stray. This looks like Raps. This looks like Lotus going the way of Cloud9.
Yeah, picks across the board. 1C, 1B, 1A.
There's the ult used, connecting onto Zelsis. Redux left alone, and he will fall. 13-9 the way of Cloud9. This first map in this best of 3.
And he hears all these footsteps. He needs support, and he needs it now.
And the support is on the way. He will find one, traded back out, but again, the reinforcements have arrived. They've got numbers here. The Hawn over the top as John QT falls, and the defense for now has managed to keep the wall up. They've managed to hold the line.
Last player standing.
All falling into the hands of Redux now. Gonna rotate away, still in a 1v2, a difficult one to win though.
A lot of time and a lot of space to work with, though. He definitely has this B site for free. You can use Wingman to plant as well. That'll allow him to get some better positioning against this retake.
10 seconds
He's got a hold here, but they're gonna clear it out. That's exactly what they do. He's gotta win these fights out. And meanwhile, for Cloud9, you don't even necessarily have to invest it. You don't have to give it that way. Moots gets his 3rd as Cloud9 get the pistol. Very weak.
Oh, great nade.
But of
from
course,
Second.
it's Zekin who gets the kill. How about that? Now the TP out, they're gonna have to deal with that trip. And all 3 members are the ones here, close by. It's interesting, Zelsis is still on the opposite side of the map.
Oh, no.
And John has crept up A.
Yeah. B long deposit, though, from Zelsis. I wonder if he's going to take his timing and maybe a TP will come through.
But the thing is, if they do commit to the TP back B, we can
no.
lose this
Oh,
position.
no.
They're rotating back into him. That weak health with a Judge on the other side.
And now they have to commit, Doug.
They've been fully cornered in. Again, Zelsis is going to take all of this space, but the timing is everything. Moose might win this round by himself.
10 seconds left. 1 enemy remaining.
They had nowhere to go.
Oh, my goodness. This is so reminiscent of that round where they had the C site for free on the last map, and they just didn't commit. They had B for free that entire time.
And instead of rotating
10
back, you're
seconds
right.
left.
They just wait too long, and it allows Moose to just finesse from the...
A lot of presence towards A. But the thing is, Cloud9 have a lot here as well. Oxy will be the first to fall. Zekin has popped his ult. The second satchel to go forward. He has found Mitch. And he has cleaned him up.
Spike planted.
Moose is going to be on this really late flank, as has been the case before.
And that's where the second layer was. The satchel over with the showstopper.
Yeah.
Securing the kill into back sight. But the problem is, what are you going to do when you don't have that?
The thing is here too, this feels very slow, and that certainly, I mean, that might wrap up the round. The kill on Vic.
Come on, just get out of there, Moose.
Moose. But
Last
it
player
feels like it took a
standing.
little bit too long. Moose finally falls for the first time, all map.
Yeah.
Rally from Zelsis, they have plenty of tools at their disposal. You're absolutely right. Oxy pulls the trigger. Zekin tries to get away, and he cannot. Again, an early start to the round as Oxy gets another, looking for the 3rd, cannot connect. But Vic over the top will.
And everybody out there needs to get used to this 1-2 punch combo. The Oxy and Vic. These guys are so mechanically gifted.
That was just such a good decision from Cloud9 to effectively move the line of scrimmage into their spawn. Right, so they had to dump all this utility. They lost a couple of members before they had even gotten out of A short.
It looked like they were set up for that. Let's just be honest. Right? It's out alive, though.
Somehow, just barely, but again, such an uncomfortable spot to be in.
It's Halsis. Last man standing for the third round.
Sentinel used, Oxy cannot satchel away.
What a tether combo.
They're trying to disrespect this pit. They're going to play right up into it, and they've got to know where they are. Vic and Moose both holding the site. But now a 2v2 with the spike. Looking like it's been committed. Zappa with really nice positioning. Do they know where he is? They know now. Seconds left alone, a 1v2. The Star in a position to have to deliver. Now they're going to try to speed things up here a little bit. No trips to keep him back. They've got the cam, sure. But Mitch has to respect this. Yeah, he can't get out. He's dead. It's nicely handled by Vic. And now they have the pit that they're going to have to deal with. They need to find some success here, but they don't really have the weaponry for it. A couple of sheriffs and an outlaw.
And look at how worried Sentinels are about this flank. I think Moose has to show right now in heaven. And maybe then they'll train their eyes off of short. There it is, that molly might be enough.
They're all huddled in, corralled, controlled, confident, but contained.
Oh, that spam almost connects on the second.
60 HP for him. As they're starting to creep forward into the green goo, Redux will be the first to fall. The pit's still in play though, and time is short. He's gotten him off of it, but now the pit goes down, and that's gonna be really close. That's gonna be way close. I don't think he's gonna get it, yeah. And he's stuck around a little bit too smaller and smaller.
They need to string some rounds together and string them together now. Oxy, he gets the tame, but it's Mitch that goes down.
Can they find Oxy? Can they apply enough pressure? Yes, they can. It's off of the nade from Zekin. But it's traded back 33 HP for Vic as he's trying to huddle back into U-Haul. Somehow finds enough safety to stay alive. Moose has now joined the fray. Zeppa's on a flank. But the spike has been planted. Curry on the swing. Vic is now dead. And they know where Moose is too. Given how they've played the rest of this half, you've got to suspect there's a flank as well.
Yeah, most definitely.
And that explains Sean's position. They find him, Zalsis cleans him up. And Moose has no choice but to save. And the adjustment for Cloud9 right now is pretty clear. Oxy has given up the outlaw. He's gone towards the op. But it's just a 1-for-1.
Yeah, he tried to double dip there and he gets punished for it. How does Vic win that?
And he knew he was coming. John was ready for it.
I mean, Vic was stomping at light speed because of that stim. He's still going, he's zooming.
Like he's playing a different game. Meanwhile, the op has now been picked back up. The satchel out from Zekin. Vic gets another. He's gonna get away with the third, isn't he? That's incredible.
This was the craziest round for a Brimstone main. And he's not done yet. Okay, he is.
Again, that's from really far back. You've got the trip, you've got the tether. Zalsis will fall, but Zekin will too. And so they try to brute force their way out on A, but once again, they slam into this wall. Still a couple of members here from the defense. They haven't gotten any showers control. They haven't gotten any backside control either. And a freeze on the round.
And if they can freeze for long enough and not give any info out from the jiggles of this player in heaven or showers, they could have a chance at busting open this site.
I mean, they don't have any smokes. There's nothing to deal with that heaven angle, and then there's going to be a swing out from shower. Somehow Redux wins that out, but when you're outnumbered like that, it doesn't add up.
Double up in heaven as well.
John's going to find enough space to at least get the spike down. Oh, but he had no idea where both members were. You called out the double up in heaven, and Hookah on the other side of the map as well.
See if he gets this kill, he'll call his team back. What an awkward 1v1.
And there's no way that John could have known how far up he was at that point. And so now they have so much room to work with A. The TP going off suggests that they're headed back B, and they're right. So the rotates come back from Sentinels towards B. Still a minute left in the round, though. Cloud9 can play this a million different ways.
Camera taken out.
Cam being broken in the elbow makes C9 believe that it's maybe only one player here, but it's actually a whole squadron.
Yeah, this stack is difficult to push into.
Sen.
This is a 1v2 for Mitch. If they swing into him, that's trouble. The Dizzy comes through. He almost gets a second. But John cleans things up. Meanwhile, off of that, they fully lost B-site. And they know that John is there. They should have known John is there. That's messy. That's ugly. Meanwhile, Zelsis not able to land the shots with the Marshall, not able to get the kill.
And not able to stop the defuse.
Player standing.
Redux left in a 1v2. Zeppa weak. Difficult, but doable.
Both players on the left side of Octagon. If Redux uses his molly correctly here, if he guesses correctly.
Right, but that, I mean, that's like a 1 in a million. How would you know?
Maybe
He's gonna spot one.
Enemy remaining.
And there's no way he expects the second one there. There's the swing off for Moose. He tries to catch the timing. Off of the tap, there's the swing. Doesn't land the shots the first time, can't the second either. Oxy satching forward, the nade's gonna buy a little bit of time. Great response, but now the reaggress. He's not gonna find a kill, but he's gonna find a little bit of space. Zekin has to connect here, but Mitch is just sharp on it. Now the ult invested, he's gonna get it right. Redux will join him. What else can Moose do? Pushing forward.
Player standing.
Borderline flawless up until this point, but John with 2 in the round for situation. Cloud9 much more potent in their ability here. Off of the swing, Moose falls. Trying to get back sight, but Cloud9 haven't been able to find a way in. Zeppa will fall too. Can Mitch keep him back with a tether? Snaps onto John. Can't get out as Vic.
Player standing.
Wow. And Oxy, who had satcheled up just a couple moments ago, still sitting here. He's left alone though.
They know.
In a 1v3, forget it, bro. How does he do this? Finds this one, goop in his face, cannot convert. Meanwhile, the Nightfall's gonna tag a couple of members.
Yeah, 4 members or 3.
Oxy's trying to rejoin his team, but they haven't really gotten back out onto site yet. Yeah, they have Lamb's control, but what they're looking for is safe passage out. Unless Curry can do something about it here.
We've
He's
seen
gonna
people.
face the wall and the spit at their feet. He still gets a kill.
One enemy remaining.
Not again, man.
They're doing it again. Vic in a 1v3, 61 HP, fully surrounded. With nothing that he can do, even if he had somehow found the 2.
Utility.
Oh, that satchel just pops Elsis all the way up.
Surely it makes it obvious, but maybe if Zekin shows, it won't be so obvious. No, it is.
Yeah, they spotted him on the swing out from short, and Cloud9, it took a while, but it seems like they finally managed to stop the bleeding.
The lack of utility, so much invested from Sen early on. Wait a second.
Planted.
It's still a 2v4.
Exactly where you are.
Yeah, but this Redux kid, he's been cooking
Yeah.
in the shadows.
Got 1 member weak, Zeppa 21 HP. Time is just so short. And he's got to be so careful about clearing every single corner. He's going to get the second, the pre-fire, in case there was a swing, and there was not.
He has a molly for this box.
I'm still not fully sold. Yeah, Vic, really nice positioning out from showers. It's just so tough in a situation like that, but he's got wingman on it. Gets cleared out, doesn't even get to half, so Redux's job just got so much harder. Because Zekin is feeling a lot of the pressure that's coming in from the push towards short. And the dog, they know where he is. But he still hits a shot with the dog nipping at his heels. Oh, we might be tied at 11 again.
There's still a Viper's Pit online right now. Anything is possible.
They just have a little bit of utility. They should be able to clear this out, but it cannot be ignored, if nothing else. Starting to dump some of that utility through. A couple of kills going through the wave of Cloud9. A 3v3. Still, Moose's Pit in play. Curry's now down. They've done this. What can Zeppa do? Curry's already gotten it to half. It's going to be the 1v1. It's a shoulder thrown at first. Can he swing all the way out? Baiting him, calling him into the fight. And Zeppa wins that. Contain. Can they keep things up until he arrives? Now the Thrash on its way through. 13 seconds left. They haven't fully gotten out onto the site yet. And now committing. 1 for 1. 8 seconds left. They've got to get the spike down. And it seems like they are gonna have enough time. No, they don't, but they has gone down now. Redux and John QT left alone. It's all on the IGL now. Can he keep the tournament alive? Slow walking his way forward. Vic and Moose
Find you.
trying to make a final stand. Trying to punch a ticket to Berlin. John has struggled. It's been a rough series for him, but can he show up here? Spotting one, crosshair just a bit too high. On the swings, finds a second, but time is of the essence. He's got to go, and he's got to go now, and Cloud9 know that. They realize it, and he waltzes into his death. Cloud9 are Berlin bound.